Hello there, welcome back to Arcturus with me, Sir Ender. We're looking at our trade school area right now, and we're going to try to upgrade this area a little bit more. We reached level 2 recently, so we've got some new buildings to put down. So let's see what we've got to work with. This is the area we've got to work with again, which I don't think it's going to be big enough, knowing, having played, this before and built school areas. They're usually pretty big buildings towards the end, so we'll have to expand out. So let's see what we've got. One building I was briefly looking at already is the police academy. We'll want to put that down. Now we've got these fountains, let's see, cafeteria, gymnasium, and I think we already had the book club and groundskeeping, which are here. Yes. Okay, that's just another. Oh, that's the outdoor study area. It's also quite big. So we'll have to see what we want to do here. We might need to rearrange some of these buildings too. I think I probably will. And one thing I was thinking of rearranging for the police academy, it will not fit in this area. I don't want to have to take up a huge chunk of like the sidewalk area with a big giant building. So I'm going to put it along this road and move these two out of the way a little bit. I think what I'll do is switch the placement of them so that this building comes more into this area. So in order to do that, I'm going to get rid of this road and move, let's see, what I was thinking about doing was actually mirroring and building a road from here. So let me just anarchy in a road. And then, if I turn that off, maybe it'll help. We'll move this over here first, and then this up against the road. And then this up against the road. Let's see, turn that anarchy off just to make sure I don't overlap anything. So, there we go. Now, you can put the police academy here. Well, I might need to build the land up a little bit. How much does that cost? 75,000. So we definitely have plenty of money. Yeah, I can't build on water, so we'll have to come in and grab our landscaping tools. And I think, do we want to just level? I think just leveling the terrain will be alright. I'm going to turn the brush strength down so I don't make one giant shelf. And come up to about 100. Oh, no, not level terrain, smooth terrain. Soften terrain. Well, that was my intention, but that's not going to work because it's going to make the slope even more and cut the land, so I'll have to level the terrain out. So we'll grab, this road does slope, so we'll grab kind of in the middle somewhere and build out the land like this, and then I'll soften it. So let the water do what it wants to do here for a second. That's a very deep trench through there. Okay, so now we'll grab the softened terrain and just kind of very lightly brush that. And then actually let's come out here. Let's go ahead and grab this and extend that out some more and then soften it. Just so it doesn't look like it was placed there by a person playing a game. Alright, so let's keep doing that. Let's come out of this view and see what the actual water looks like now. And once we finish flooding everything, hopefully it'll... There we go. Okay. I think the police academy should fit in there now. It will once I build the campus area out. That's a park. There we go. Let's go down to the smallest size and just build up the area specifically for the police academy. All right. Let's put it as close as we can to that building. Here we go. All right. It looks like we're going to have to do some more terraforming. Keep that from looking like someone just plopped it down inside of a game. So that looks pretty nice. And the best part is they don't really care about being close to the helicopter station and the disaster response unit. And I don't think this is commercial, so they're not going to care either. So, all right, let's go ahead and terraform this. Actually, what I'm going to do before that is use the Move It mod. Grab this node of the road and Control H the same height as that. And then what I'm going to do is grab that node, that node, that node, hold down Shift and grab all these nodes all the way up to there and tell it to slope the height. Now watch what happens. So it brings this one up. This one didn't really change much. Brought this one up to be in between. Well, actually, I guess it's probably at the same height now. I thought maybe this one would drop a little bit. I don't know, maybe it did. But so definitely changed some stuff here. And now that that's taller, when we smooth the terrain out, it'll this inside terrain will come up to the level. Okay. So let's extend out this just a little bit. And it's maybe a little bit more. And then soften it. I think that's going to be pretty good. And then we'll just run over this with the soften tool, and that should bring up the terrain a little bit. Oh, this cliff is so steep, that's why it's wanting to do that. So can't really soften too close to the water edge right there. Let me go ahead and extend this out. And then soften it. I'm going to turn it down even further because I don't want it to cut into the land that I just raised. Just slope it a tiny bit. Okay. And if you look now, that should be much more raised up. Oh, one thing I'm going to have to do is raise up those houses now, or buildings. So let's go back into the Move It mod and not copy, but select the marquee selector and do buildings. So if you double click on here, it will just pick that one. Auto save. There we go. And then we will marquee select and see, we want this building too. All these buildings. Let's go even to the power plant up there, solar power plant. And we want to put them to terrain height. So that caused some kind of error probably because of the mod, but that's one that usually doesn't cause the game to crash or anything, so it's alright. So if you noticed before, this was pretty sunken in. It still is kind of sunken in, isn't it? I guess that land didn't move up enough, that's why. But we moved the land up so much over here that it was making them kind of weird when they go up to the road level. So Let's just come back in here real quick and see if we can't Control H this the height of that road. And let's just grab all these, Control H the height of that road. There. I'm happy now. Okay, so we had to do a little terraforming aside. But now back to the university area. And I would definitely want to add this cafeteria in and turn off that so we can see what we're doing. I'm thinking this building might move over to one of these two longer rectangle areas. The cafeteria can fit in here. Oh, it actually fits this way too. I think I'm going to put it like that. See, this is the gym. That will not fit in either way there. So let's just put that. Let's put the angled part towards the road. Oh, there's actually parking lots there, so I guess it should be towards the road. I'm going to go ahead and move this building over to here. That looks good enough to me. Maybe this house should be towards the road, but we'll worry about that later. So we've already got those. Here's the big study area, which I think we can put into this space here, approximately in the middle. And let's see if the path will connect now. Does the path connect to that? Oh, well, road guidelines. The bane of my existence. It doesn't look like it's going to, no. Sometimes with parks and things you can actually snap a path into it and it'll let you. But this says it's building over top, so. I don't know if people would actually, if I would anarchy a road into there, I don't know if that would actually be an entryway into that or not. Some of the buildings, since this is a park, but park type area, but it's actually a building, it might actually have an entrance specific to over here, and it won't let anybody actually go in that way. I don't know. I suppose I could always try and find out. Turn anarchy on. About right there. Just snap it directly into that. Yeah, see, that doesn't line up very well, and it doesn't. The path doesn't connect, or it wouldn't look like that. So take that out. Okay. Turn anarchy off just to make sure I don't do anything weird. We have the cafeteria and the gym. We've got this outdoor study area. And we'll do a fountain. I think that would look good right across from the administration building, I'd say. Is that even? Yeah. Approximately in the middle there. And now, so we got everything we can put in. Let's check this and see if we've got enough attractiveness. So we have 450. Or we have 430, we need 450. And with the students will come whenever if you build it, they will come, kind of thing. Once the attractiveness goes up. And we only need one more academic work. Yeah, we have 3. Chirpy coin. How pertinent to the current situation of that. Okay. I don't know if I want to turn on any policies yet, since it's still only 2 stars. I think I'll wait on that. And we need some more attractiveness. So I think a couple more of these fountains will do the trick. These only cost 10,000. We have plenty of money, so think one right here and one right here. And they give how much attractiveness? Does it say? I don't think it says specifically. Apparently it was 50 because that's 100 more. And the students are there now too. So as long as we get an academic work this time, we will level up. And apparently I haven't given a grant, so let's do that. What was that? That must be hospitality, and that's IT and engineering. So we don't have an artisanry, so let's give one for that. So we're going to get one from this, and we have a 30% chance just with the college the way it is. So we could possibly get 2. And the academic year was almost over. So I don't know, 5 weeks. I don't know how much in-game time that's going to be. Let me turn up the speed, and we'll see if we can get there by the end of the episode. Alright, so one of the things I said I was going to do in the last episode was to work on the college, and there we go. I think the dorms are okay for now. We might need to add some more of those. But all these buildings also give student capacity too. So it doesn't say it on here, but it says it in the menu when you build them. So all the buildings give student capacity. You don't need the dorms for them to live in only. Like, I don't know exactly why they did it that way, but I suppose it works for now. And another thing I said we would look at was the other industry areas, the other upgradable areas. Petroleum is now at 4 stars, so that's great. So right here is a good example of how it doesn't have to be a huge area. This is all of the oil industry I've got, and it's 4 stars. So it's upgraded enough. It has enough workers in it to get to 4 stars already. Now I do need 800, which is, we're only at 600 now. So that's another third more. So that's going to, I might have to expand out on the area a little bit. I don't know if I can put enough buildings in there or not to get that many more workers. But we haven't really upgraded it probably since level 2, so we could look in here and see what we've got. So whatever this is the level 5. I'm not sure what all actually buildings we have right now, so let me check here. So that's the underground cavern, petrochemical plant, and the oil sludge pyrolysis plant. These are some zoned industry, yeah. Here, and that's just the oil rigs. So yeah, we only have these production buildings, and we're already at level 4. So it's not that hard to get these to where you need them to be. We do not have one of these yet. Petrochemical plant. That is that one, I believe, right? Yeah. So right there, something upgraded. I heard a little bell. We do have that building. It's another level 5. Okay, well, you do have large oil drilling rigs now. I don't think I've put any of those down, so let's put a large oil drilling rig. Oops, let's run 1. And actually we need to turn on the resources, natural resources, and find the densest oil patch we can find. Make sure that we get the most out of this large oil drilling rig. Probably right here. Yeah, so estimated production is 9,600 units. And that's the way it is all the way along this road. Still over here, still over here. So we're good. So right here, it's not as much oil in the ground. So let's go ahead and put it here at the end of this road, because that's probably the best place for it anyway, so that we don't get a backlog of vehicles. Now I have a feeling this is going to be making so much oil, and so it was 9,000 estimated, but it's actually this when you consider all the bonuses we've got for having a level 4 industry and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be making enough oil to put down another one of these buildings, another production building like this one that we have now, a waste oil refining plant. Oh, and that is tiny, so that's great. I think maybe this one can go over here closer to the storage. Yeah, I think this might be a decent place for it. It doesn't want to snap to this road because of the curve of the road. I don't really know why that's a thing. Actually, right here by the storage, I think I'm going to try that. And if I was really wanting to make everything look prettier, I could use the Move It mod and kind of line it up a little bit better, but I'm really just going for functionality at this point. So that's going to be making petroleum, and see, that's making plastic, and this is making petroleum. So now we're going to have more petroleum than we ever wanted, I would say. Yeah, so, and this is set on balance, so they're going to be selling. And they've already got 13 trucks out, so nothing more will come out of this until a truck comes back in, and there it went. So if this is making more petroleum, then they can actually store it in here once it gets going. Oops, in here. This might fill up before the trucks can come back. And then these will fill up and start sending out of the city with their own trucks. I think that's probably how it will work. So that's, let's see, is that enough to, we have more production than we need. We just need to get to 800 workers, and we only need 67 more. So I'm going to put down, let's see, this, the capacity of that's 500,000. For storage, that's 400,000, 600,000, and 300,000. Do I have one of these big buildings yet? No, I don't. I think I'm going to put one of these ginormous ones over here. So with this thing, we're going to be making all kinds of oil too. Let's see, these will be sending out, so they might not fill up completely. This one's on fill, but it's going to be sending oil over to all these buildings that use oil. Let's see, this one's on empty, so it's going to be exporting as much as possible. So it's exporting with all the trucks it's got. So, and then we're making it more oil than they can export, so it's filling up. Not completely full, so I don't know if it really does get completely full. And then this one I think I'll leave on balanced because it's going to have a huge amount of trucks, and they should be able to balance between exporting and supplying the buildings with 31 trucks, which is more than both of those put together. So, and that got us 59 spots for workers. Let me see if, yeah, so that is, let me see, that might not actually be in my industry area, is it? Oh, it is. I don't know why that didn't seem to add to the list, or the number of workers there. Autosave, there we go. We're still at 733. 733 possible workers. We need to add something else. I could add another one of these. Or actually, let's see, how many worker spots is in this? 50. And 90, wow. Yeah, let's add another. Technically, we've got 2 of the other production buildings, so let's go ahead and add another one of those. I'm going to separate it a little bit from the other one so we don't have the trucks delivering to one then the other all on the same block, kind of. So this ought to separate everything enough, and that should now be enough workers. So now all they need to do is actually fill the spots of the workers. We'll just let them work on that. Okay, so that's 2 of the areas, and I think we'll have to save the other ones for the next episode. Looks like the timber processing has got to 4 stars, and the farming area has got to 4 stars. Let me try to grab this. There we go. Yeah. So we'll work on both of those in the next episode. This is already at 5 stars, so I'm going to just pause on that, not do anything, and we'll end up putting another park down somewhere, and I'll work on that one. But for right now, let's... Oh, it was the college that upgraded. I guess I forgot to go and see what that was. So the academic year ended. We got an academic work. So we did not get the 30% chance because we would have gotten 5 if that would have happened. So we got this one, but that was still enough to get to the next level. And now we need 900 attractiveness for the next level. And we have the School of Tourism and Travel opened up. A library, IT club, commencement office, and academic statue to put down. So on the next episode we can actually revisit this area too, since we can upgrade it quickly, and we'll visit the next 2 industry areas. So here's a good shot of the whole city. It's getting to where I can't fit it all into one screen. That's the point though, I suppose. We're just kind of taking over the peninsula. So we'll check out those areas next time. Thanks for watching.